Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is another edition of the Righteous Rant in the Vaults. Like we mentioned, there's a lot of stuff that we want to get into on the show, but we're not able to get into because the length of the show, it's not very long, right? So we only got 2 hours to get it all in. Therefore, the Righteous Rant, it can't take, 2 hours or an hour and 30 minutes. So with this particular edition, in the vault, it allows me to be able to go in the vault, go and look at some of the stuff that we touched on or haven't touched on, and go in depth a little bit in a more separate setting. All right. So that's what this is. So Righteous Rant in the Vault. I saw this video of this sister. I believe she's a porn star. All right. Don't go look her up because I didn't go look her up. But I saw this clip and I thought it was important. And I've seen clips like this a few times on social media as it pertains to our sisters that are in that industry and some of the things they faced growing up. So I want to deal with that real quick. I'm going to play this clip. Y'all check it out. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. And then I'll deal with some commentary on it regarding the scriptures. All right, here we go.
Oh, was it Lane Benton?
Leighton Benton.
What's that mean? Like, why did she make that up?
Yeah, why Leighton?
I don't know. She just stared at me for like 10 minutes and came up with a name. And I was
You
like,
look like a Leighton.
yeah, she was like, you look like at first it was going to be Leighton Styles, but I was like, I don't like that at all. But so then she said Leighton Benton because it sounds like classy, I guess. So.
Okay. So where were your parents when you decided to jump into this porn business?
My mom was at home and my dad, I don't really talk to my dad. So.
Your dad. Now, do you think if your dad was in your life, you would still be in the porn industry?
No, I don't think so. I think that's what kind of like.
That's dad. You got to stay in your daughter's lives.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing because I didn't have like a father figure as far as like to, call up and look up to. So. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm not just.
So she's dealing directly with the situation at hand. She's saying, I didn't have a father figure. And it's clear. She's saying it. At least she's dealing with it, right? Let me take this off the screen for brothers to get the lusting after this woman. So she's dealing with the matter that she did not have a father. And guess what? She's not the only one. Many of our sisters are plagued with the fact that they did not have a father at home. Therefore, they never had a man to show them what love is. They didn't have a man to look up to. They didn't have a man to protect them. All right. So now they look for that in men and let men do all kind of stuff and abuse them and things of that nature, physically and, sexually. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 24. It said, "Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body and show not thyself cheerful toward them." If she had a father in her life that loved her, and she came to him and said, "Hey, look, I want to show my body for money. I want to have sex on camera for money. I want to let men do all kind of debaucherous, evil, sexually immoral things to me on camera, and I want to get paid for it." A daddy would have told her, sit her black behind down. That's why the Bible says, "Hast thou daughters, have a care for their body and show not thyself cheerful toward them." A father is going to be like, you want to do what? Absolutely not. Are you serious? Are you sick? A father going to shame her. Get on her ass. You understand? But in today's society, we don't have that. We don't have that as we should in our community. Watch this. Let's go to the book of Numbers real quick. Numbers chapter 12. Numbers 12, verse 14. "And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, she should not be ashamed 7 days. Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days. And after that, let her be received in again." So what are we reading about? We're reading about Miriam. Miriam got disrespectful with Moses. I'm going to repeat it again. Miriam got disrespectful with the prophet Moses. Miriam spoke against Moses. The Lord said, had her father but spit in her face, meaning corrected her, chastised her, taught her how you're supposed to deal with men, taught her how to be shamefaced and respectful towards men, she wouldn't be shut outside the camp for 7 days. She was shut out outside the camp for 7 days because she did not deal right with the prophet. That's what it all boiled down to. And guess what? Many sisters don't know how to deal with the prophets today. Many sisters don't know how to deal with men today because they did not have a father. A father was supposed to be that hedge of protection for a daughter until she became a wife. Watch this. Go back to Sirach 7. I'm going to read 24 again. It says, "Hast thou daughters? Have a care for their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter. But give her to a man of understanding." So a father is supposed to give his daughter to a man of understanding. So how does a father know if a man has understanding? A father going to examine him. Hey, where you work? What do you do for a living? How do you feel about the Bible? Do you study the Bible? And in our case, in the congregation, these young men grew up around us. So we watching these young brothers. All right. For those of us that have young daughters, we watching these young men and seeing how they grow, seeing how they mature. You understand? We're asking their parents, their father, their mother, what kind of spirit does this child roll in? Is he good spirited or not? All of that stuff is being taken into consideration. That's why the Bible said when you marry your daughter, you are performing a weighty matter. But to this sister situation, who's now, showing her body and all on social media and all on the internet, letting men do whatever to her, she didn't have that. And our job is to make sure that we provide that for our girls. Sirach chapter 26. Watch this. Sirach 26, verse 10. Watch this. It says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Every time she lay down with a man, have sex with a man, she's abusing herself. And these women, some of this pornography stuff is so evil and debaucherous and wicked. They be letting dudes choke them, put their penis in holes that they shouldn't put it in. I mean, have sex with them on their menstrual, whatever the fantasy is of man. And man has many evil fantasies. These women will do it on camera for money. A father is supposed to get ahead of that. A father is supposed to get ahead of that and teach his daughters better than that so that she won't fall into that thing. This is serious. This ain't no joke. This ain't no game. The Bible says she will abuse herself through overmuch liberty. You gave her too much liberty. You let her stay out late with her friends. You let her go to the movies by herself. You let her dress any type of way. You let her go to prom. You let her have a boyfriend. You let her do this. You let her do that. She all out wee hours of the night. She breaking curfew, and you didn't do nothing about it. You let her be on social media all day. The Bible says she will abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Watch this. Verse 11. Watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. The Bible said don't put nothing past your daughters. Don't assume that they in the spirit. Don't assume that they gonna walk right all the time when you're not around. That's the most foolish, and that's what women do. Oh, my son would never do such a thing. My daughter would never do such a thing. Yeah, because they playing that role in front of you. They playing that role in front of you. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they a whole hoe at you. It is what it is. I know y'all don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. Your daughter's a whore. You understand? Or she has whore tendencies. You supposed to see them whore tendencies when she young. Matter of fact, let me get that. I think that's Proverbs 20:9, maybe. Let me look at it real quick. It's been a while since I read it. Proverbs 20, verse 11. It says, even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure or whether it be right. You see that? You can see spirits in your child when they're young. Stop with the games. Stop playing games. You can see spirits on your children when they're young. Don't be naive. Don't be simple. See those spirits, correct those spirits. That sister right there, she didn't have a father to do that. She did not have a father to correct her when he saw that spirit on her. And she's not the only one. I've seen clips of other sisters that are either in porn or have retired from porn. And they say that. They say, look, if I had a father, I wouldn't have did these things. But since I didn't have a father, I did it. And it is what it is. Let's go back to Sirach 26. Verse 11, it says, watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain and drink of every water near her. But every hedge will she sit down, by every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Remember, a quiver is what you put your arrows in. The arrows, they sit in the quiver. When you need an arrow, you pull it out. The Bible is comparing the woman's vagina to a quiver that arrows go in. You understand? And she will open her quiver, her vagina or legs to every arrow, meaning she'll let anybody smash her. She will let anybody smash her. You got to be mindful. Your daughters could become this. We have to be very mindful in how we dealing and what we teaching. Straight up. It hurts some of your feelings, but you got to deal with the meat of the Bible and what it's saying, right? Now watch this. Go to the book real quick of Deuteronomy. No, I want to go to Leviticus 19 real quick. Then I'm going to close it out. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. And it says this. Leviticus 19:29. It says, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. The Bible do not prostitute your daughter to cause her to be a whore. It is a shame for your daughter to come home pregnant in your house, y'all. It's a shame. It's a shame for you to have a young girl in your house and she get pregnant. Right. And she's having sex. That's a shame to the father. Watch this. Sirach 23. Ecclesiasticus chapter 23. And read verse Sirach 42. That's the one I want. Sirach chapter 42 and verse 11. 9. It said, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth it, and the care of her taketh away sleep. A father's supposed to care for his daughter so much that he can't sleep thinking about what could possibly happen to her. That's how a father's supposed to be. That's what a father's supposed to do. Our sisters don't have that in today's society, but we bringing that back. The Israelites bringing that back. Not the church, the Israelites. That's right. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care of her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and be married, lest she should be hated. In her virginity, lest she should be defiled, and gotten with child in her father's house. You hear that? If your daughter gets pregnant while living with you in your household and she not married, the Bible says she done defiled herself. Damn! Your daughter's defiled. We got to deal with that. We got to deal with it. Your daughter is defiled, brother, sister. And that's a shame to the father. But in today's society, we don't think that. No, I ain't ashamed. She can have a boyfriend. Oh, I'll help her take care of the child. That nigga ain't no good. Well, he was good enough for her to let him go into her vagina and put a baby there. The hell is this? Oh, he ain't no good. He a no good deadbeat nigga. She let him hit. So what's that saying about you as a father? You ain't raised her right. You ain't protect her. You didn't teach her what a man's supposed to be. So she went out looking for it in some little nigga or some little, young end, YN. You understand? She started doing that. Ended up getting pregnant by the nigga. Now you mad. In her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house, and having a husband, lest she should misbehave herself, and when she is married, lest she should be barren. So all these things are a shame to the father. He worries about these things. Man, I hope my daughter don't become a whore. I hope my daughter don't get married. Don't get married and then misbehave herself. Don't know how to deal with her husband or cheat on her husband. That's all wickedness. Especially at the time when they were stoning folks for that thing. For real though. So we got to get back to this Bible to teach our daughters correctly. Don't prostitute your daughter to cause her to be a whore like this sister right here.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.